We're going to go?
Let's go. Talk about it.
Morning, sports fans. So we're actually kind of, New South Wales is over there. So we're in southern Queensland. Yeah, it's over that way.
It's not far away.
Not far away. It's close enough that if you go over there, your phone changes its time. So we're very close to the Queensland-New South Wales border.
Which is actually a drama, because here I am, like in State Forest hunting booking week. Like we're booking our hunts for April, and we're not sure which time we're looking at, whether the computer's on this time or the watches are on this time, and you know, time's critical when you're booking these things. So anyway, it's all good.
And
fun.
The property owner's running a slasher, so you'll hear that in the background. So we've just been out this morning, hit a pig, didn't find the pig. Found lots of blood, didn't find the pig.
It's a dead pig.
It's pretty comprehensive injury, but we weren't able to find it. Went into some very thick scrub. So we're back at here, we've had breakfast, and Ian started to speak about one of his rifles, and he's not 100% confident with this particular rifle, especially when he's moved between loads. So we thought it would be a great opportunity to pull the rifle down as basically a follow-up to the video I did about setting up a rifle scope.
Yep. Yeah, so the issues I'm having, I had originally set this rifle up, I had a gunsmith do it, so I don't think there's actually anything too wrong with the mounting, but I want to get it all checked over. When I watched Mark's video the other day, you know, he's got all the different tools to make sure everything's perfectly level, straight, nothing's moving backwards and forwards, things like that. Like it's absolutely worth checking. I think I had a load problem. John and I went down to a range before a hunt last year, and this thing was dialed in perfect. It was shooting well, I'd taken great animals with it, I had no problems with it, but I dropped the rounds from a 180 grain pill to a 170, and it went from shooting, you know, MOA accuracy to struggling to put it on an A4 piece of paper. And for us, that was just weird, like really weird. So, yeah. And that probably is really weird. You know, the difference between one projectile and another, same brand, same everything, just a different grain, shouldn't give us that much variance. So I'm starting to think, you know, I've got a confidence hit here, and we need to check the whole thing over. So that's the plan. Yeah,
look, I've actually been speaking to someone who's having a similar issue with a 243, in that they've changed loads and it's gone from a tack driver to something that's a little bit loose. And it's a really difficult thing to lay your finger on, especially if you go down. If you go up and you get to the, you know, the top of the available projectiles in terms of weight for a calibre, you can get issues of stabilisation. That is, the twist rate and the barrels are usually pretty mild because they're hunting barrels, and they're set up so the twist rate is set up for a hunting projectile, and then when you get to that really top end, they don't stabilise as well and they get a bit loose, and especially the further you go out. So you might find that they're pretty good at 100. When they get 200, they get a little bit kooky, and then they get really loose. But they can spray from the very beginning. The other issue is it's hard to explain, but there is significant variances between factory loads.
Sure.
It's you know, it's almost like, holy moly, how do you work that out? And you can spend a lot of time chasing your tail trying to figure out what's going wrong. So what I usually do is, if I don't know what to do, I start from scratch again. So I take the rifle down and remount the scope, check all the measurements, get it right up, and then go back to square one and see what happens with that ammo. And if it's still shooting loose, then it's probably the ammo.
Yeah, so I didn't have a problem with the ammo. We're lucky we're using some pretty premium stuff. We're using Sarco ammo at the moment, and like I said, the 180s were great. I dropped to 170s, they went loose, and then I dropped to 160s and they tightened up again. So I was able to fix the problem by changing the pill. But you know, there are other inconsistencies on a range day. You've shot a lot, the barrel's getting hot, you know, who knows, right? So I just want to, we've got a lot of hunting to do. We've got a lot of hunting to do this year, and I want to be able to pick the rifle up out of the safe and know that it's perfect, and not have a confidence issue with the way that it's been put together. So let's do that. That'd be awesome, and then we'll take it down the range once we're done, and we'll
see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, good stuff.
Okay, I'm getting serious. I got the glasses on. First thing is, I'm going to take that scope off. I got asked a question What's up?
Don't take it off.
Oh, okay. No, it's coming off, mate. We go. It's coming off. Someone asked me about electric screwdrivers, and I reckon it's okay to take stuff off with them. Okay? So off is okay, on not okay. So I'm just going to loosen them off. Now I'm going to open the lid of my little socket set, so I've got a place to put screws so we don't lose them, because we are nowhere near spare parts. Okay, and with this one, the front mount is the Steiner. They're both Steiners, and the front mount's got the little Steiner symbol that points towards the front of the scope. So it's got even a little arrow, so you don't even confuse which one's front and rear. So that's it. Scope's off. Put the scope down. So what I want to do is I want to get this rifle level first. So get my little level, pick rails pretty good, and we need to give it a little bit of a flex. Loosen off a little bit. Oh, look at that. What do you reckon, Ian? Happy with that? Come have a look.
Yep.
Okay, so then with the front one, adjust it up, tighten up. So that the benefit of this one is now if something goes wrong, and there's a level is attached to this rifle. So now I can always come back to level.
I reckon that's off.
Off?
Yep.
Which way do you want to
go? That way, so. Yep, stop.
There you go. That's what I like to see.
My adjuster here.
No, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's what we like to see. Participation. Now they look pretty good. Scope looks pretty good. No marks in it. I mean, it looks right. So, what's the poundage, Ian?
20, so I'm just double checking.
20 on the base, is it?
18, I think. Just double check.
Oh, okay. Thought that'd be a bit heavy in that, but 20's good. 20s and 20s. 20 and 20s. 20, very, very easy to remember, 20 and 20. So I'm just going to tighten these ones up just to, because we like with the positioning on that stuff, so we're not going to move them off. There we go, look at that, a bit loose. Actually, let's take that off then, because that's loose. It may have moved back a bit. Let's have a look. Recoil lugs there. So I'm going to make sure that that's the recoil lug on this particular one's in the middle. So I'm going to make sure it's pushed right up. Okay, I might check that back one too. Just see if it's got a, it might not have a recoil lug. It does. So we're back to square one. Still level. Still level. As I said before, I like centre. I like centres.
That's the micro.
I do. I have. but I'm just doing it by eye to start with, because the wonderful thing with those pick rails, you know, they give you little measurements. Everything looks pretty good. We'll just do the first fixment. As I said, it's got a lovely little arrow pointing forward, so you know which one's the front one. Nice idea, that. And with this particular turret, it's got 2 little grub screws in it. Obviously you take it off if you want to adjust the positioning of the dial, the 0 stop. And this has a little bit of a little magnet in it, so it's actually grabbing that really nicely. Okay, so everything's 20 at the moment, so I'm just going to do it by eye at the moment. Put it about there, and we'll just get it just enough so we can get the level on it and get it nice and straight. Now, interestingly, I have in the past, and I said this on the video, once you bring it up to your eye, I don't know, for whatever reason, if it's maybe the reticle's not straight or maybe your head's not straight or something like that, but it doesn't feel like it, when you look at it, it doesn't feel like it's at 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So you want to be able to give that a very slight adjustment when you shoulder it. It's a funny thing. It just, sometimes you look at it and go, yeah, it's just not right. I have been told that not all reticles are straight. I'm not sure if I 100% believe that, or...
So you're suggesting that once you've got it perfectly level,
That's right.
everything's mechanically straight.
That's right.
That
That's
then
a great way to
you
describe
might
it.
adjust it to my kookiness.
That's right. That's a great way to describe it. So I can make this mechanically, or I can make this from a precision point of view, level and straight and on the perpendicular and all that. But then you put it on a human who has got a dodgy shoulder or slightly crooked neck or bad eye, and all of a sudden what appears to be straight doesn't look straight.
And you think it's better to adjust to suit the person than have the person adjust to suit the scope? Because then you're obviously twisting yourself.
You adjust the seat in the car to sit you, not the other way around. So, and that's because, and look, we aren't talking like, well, obviously if we were talking about the fact that it was at 45 degrees, there's a problem there. But what we're talking about is when you pick it up, you might just go, no, it's just not right. And you just give it a little bit of an adjustment. And just making sure that gap there is even on both sides. But I'm also making sure there's just enough tension in it so when Ian picks it up, it doesn't slide. So I'll be able to put the level on that scope now, and should be able to give it a slight twist. Okay, that's not bad. Let's have a look. I'll take this apart now. Now, find somewhere stable and tell me what that looks like to you.
Looks straight up and down to me.
Okay. The eye relief looks good too.
Yep. Yep, it's fine. Straight up.
Okay. All right. Let's get it back in, just to make sure I get everything right set up again. Okay. Yep, it's all stayed in place. Loving it. Okay. Gap's looking pretty good on both sides. 2020, 2020, 2020. I reckon this one's ready to go to the range to see how it throws. So my idea is one at the back, and you want to have them touching. So if they, if it moves ever so slightly, you actually see it crease. One at the back. So then one at the front, one at the back, and that way, if it slides forward, the back one obviously will be distorted. It slides back. The front one will be distorted. Get it down nice and flat. And that's it. Nice and flat, and then, and of course, if it does go, one distorts, the other one gets an air gap between it all of a sudden, so it becomes pretty easy to tell something's up. And a little one on top, and this it's almost like this scope's made for it, these rings.
What's the top one for?
Okay, that's cool. So that is if the scope moves this way, this and this if it moves that way. So we'll do get a little straight edge and mark just a straight line on here and here.
Oh, gotcha.
So now, if you're down there and you're shooting, you're going, oh, the reticle doesn't look as straight as it was. We can go, okay. We can have a quick look at the tape, and if the tape's out of alignment, you're right. And of course, you take that off once you're happy. There we go.
Ready to go?
Range time.
No.
All right. Yep.
We're good?
Very good. Go left hand side, please, sir.
You got it.
Okay.